Hello Libra, this is Liz, the Light Siren, back for your April 2020 reading. I know that with the situation that we're having with the whole world right now, with this virus and everything, that everyone's in different places. Some of you may be quarantined, some of you may be living life, per usual. So wherever you're at, just apply this reading to however it resonates to your personal situation. I'm going to try to keep all this stuff out of the reading, but whatever messages need to come through will come through. And I always ask that the messages come through for the people that need them most. So if this reading doesn't resonate, maybe it will next month. Also make sure you check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign readings. If you don't know your natal chart placements, I have a link in the description box below so that you can look up your natal chart. Another quick announcement, I'm going to be doing Pay What You Can readings and intuitive counseling for the month of April. So make sure you email me at thelightsirens333@gmail.com. That info is also in the description box. And yeah, I hope you're well. I feel, I was meditating on your energy, Libra, and I'm feeling like you are a little lonely right now. Feeling a little, maybe a little bored, a little lonely, and that does kind of sound like stereotypical Libra, but we'll see what's going on, okay? I'm going to get into prayer. Om Namah Shivaya Ganesha Datura Wibetniyar and Source, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters, please be with me to give guidance and advice to the collective sign of Libra for April 2020. Thank you. Oh, yeah. The energy that's coming through is lonely, and grief. Loneliness and grief is coming through. I'm sorry, Libras. I wish I could hug you all. I'm going to start per usual by pulling a major arcana for your overall energy, and then we'll get into love and career. My lovely, lonely Libras. Oh, I know, y'all are the house of partnership and love. You're Venus people. So if you're like self-isolating or quarantined right now by yourself, I'm so sorry. I hope you're finding the time to like FaceTime with friends and all that. Also, you may be separated from a loved one in a long-distance relationship and you're thinking about someone a lot. Yeah, or perhaps, you were single before this happened and you were hoping to date and then this kind of like, messed everything up. Yeah, as I said that, the world in reverse, but I'm going to take this as your overall energy, Libra. This is very Saturn energy. This is referring to the systems and structures we have in place in the world, but also this is the world, like everything coming through. Generally, this is seen as the most positive sign in the zodiac, or not the zodiac, the tarot, but in regards to the zodiac, with what has been happening with Pluto and Saturn conjuncting in Capricorn, and then we had Saturn in Aquarius for a little bit, and it's going to go back into Capricorn. So there's been all these shifts and changes that have been kind of like, the world's pretty much at a standstill right now, right? And I feel like you're being very affected by this, Libra, because you're a very collectively oriented sign. So I feel like your overall energy with the world is you're feeling the weight and the gravity and the grief of the world right now. And I think that's where that loneliness and that grief is coming from, because you are someone who likes to be there for all your friends. You're always checking up on people, you're just so abundant with love, and right now you might not be able to express it in the ways you normally do, especially physically if you're in a quarantine situation or state. So, yeah, I feel like for you guys right now, Libra, this is you being affected by the world. That's why this is your overall energy. The world, the systematic changes that are happening, in regards to Saturn is kind of, it's disrupting your flow and your normal mentality, and it's disrupting your usual kind of, I don't want to say like aloof happiness, but like your ability to focus on love and the positive, right? You like to keep things very balanced and equal amongst your relationships and even within yourself. And when the world disrupts that, it can be very jarring and cause a lot of grief because you're very aware that things are not going to just go back to normal. Yeah, Judgment popped out as I was saying that. So I'm going to leave this out here to go along with your overall energy. This is right now 10-10. This is 20, right? We have here the year 2020 is the year of things balancing out. We have death and rebirth. This is a year where we're having this very interesting shift from Saturn in Capricorn to Saturn in Aquarius, shifting from old systems and structures to a complete revolution, a people's revolution. And you are being very affected by this energy right now, for better or worse. I feel like Libras are going to have a very important place as mediators in this process, and I think that's why this is here, Libra, because your energy is justice, right? But this Judgment card is calling to you. So you are being called to be a mediator in the world at this time, but you need to process all this grief and stuff that's coming up first. And I think also a part of your process, Libra, you know, Gemini, it's a little bit similar, but being a mirror for those around you. And if you can find peace and remember that you have love and freedom abundantly within yourself, which is the divine part of you, the God part of you, that you will spread that joy and that love and that freedom onto everyone else around you like a mirror, right? And you can be that mediator and balance the energies around you just by connecting with the divine and answering that call that the divine is sending you at this time. 2020 is a big year. And also, these two together is 2021. So I know that this reading is just for April, but I feel like you guys have a very important role to play throughout the next couple of years. Especially, I mean, air signs in general, because we're going into the age of Aquarius. But, yeah, Libras, like I said, you're mediators, you're justice, right? So you can really be of service at this time for the whole world, for the next couple of years. So that's just something to keep in mind. But let's pull it back a little bit. I'm rambling again. Let's pull it back to now for April. What are our messages for Libras for love and career? Let's start with 3 cards for love, please. Thank you. Two more, please, for love, for our lovely Libras. One more. This one, okay. Can I get 3 cards for career, please? Thank you. Well, career's looking a little slow, eh? The cards are like not wanting to come out. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm hearing just put it down. Yeah, nothing for career right now. Weird. We'll see what happens. We'll start with these 3 and we'll go from there, okay, Libra? This is very interesting. This has never happened to me before. All right, so we have the 7 of Swords. So the 7s in the tarot are, that's the waiting number, right? 6s balance out energies after 5, which is a conflict. 6s create harmony. So when we get to 7, this is you. You've moved through some things. Things have balanced out, created some harmony. So this is you waiting for some information to come in regards to a relationship. King of Pentacles in reverse. Is this supposed to be reversed? Yes or no? Yes. So this is Taurus energy. You can have Taurus in your chart. If you don't, that's okay. This just means that you are this is either you feeling a bit unbalanced, not in a space of being able to nurture anyone right now. Like I said, you can feel a little off right now because you're used to being very like physically affectionate and like hanging out with your friends a lot and being the person that's always there for your friends, and maybe you can't really be that person right now. So this King of Pentacles in reverse is someone who is maybe a little hyper focused on more physical aspects right now. Money might be a distraction, material possessions might be a distraction, but also Pentacles is also mind, body, spirit, not just money, right? So this is an imbalanced person who maybe can't be the protecting, nurturing person that they usually are. This could also be your partner that you are thinking about and waiting for to hear back from. Maybe it's a long distance thing. They could be an earth sign. If not, that's okay. But this could be someone who you feel is inaccessible right now and is not there for you at this time, or they can't be. They literally physically can't be. Is this supposed to be reversed, yes or no? Yes. Yeah, and this situation, oh my God, Libras, not being able to be there for your loved ones right now or have access to love and affection is making you feel like a little worthless. Like your self-worth is not the best right now. And I think this is something you need to work on. But yeah, the Nine of Pentacles upright, this is like self-worth, being independent, both financially and mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, just independent and in your prime, feeling very fertile, feeling like you can nurture yourself, a lot of self-love. In reverse, this is the imbalanced part of that. I'm feeling, Libras, that you're a little ungrounded and maybe you're stuck in your thoughts right now. So what you want to do this month, you want to get a little grounded, okay? Get a little grounded, and if you are sitting in your thoughts a lot because you can't be with your friends and family and loved ones, you need to do something about that. Figure out a way to communicate with them and share your love and support without having to be there physically. Also, make sure that you take extra time this month to do self-care. Do some self-massage. Draw yourself a very romantic bath, like light some candles, put some rose petals in the bath, some Epsom salts, essential oils, and like really just like pamper yourself, do some masks, anything that makes you feel really good, like you're nurturing yourself. That's what we want to do this month. What other messages do we have for Libra? Do we have anything about their higher purpose or calling at this time? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of weird, like low vibrational energy from this. So whatever this relationship is, I'm getting a message. One of you out there watching this, I'm really sorry to say, but it feels like you're waiting on someone to reciprocate communication and it's just not happening and it's making you feel worthless. But you should not let that happen because you deserve more. You deserve someone who is going to be your very stable rock, someone that you can always depend on to call you back, to check up on you. You deserve to be checked up on. So, that's all the more reason for you to really self-nurture this month because you deserve to be nurtured and pampered. And if you're dealing with a long-distance relationship, or if you're dealing with someone who's quarantined in another house, in another state, another location, or just like in the same city, but you don't want to see each other because you don't want to get contaminated or whatever, like whatever your situation is, this person is not meeting your needs and you're waiting on them to meet your needs, but you need to understand that it's not going to happen. You need to understand that at this time, you're waiting, honestly, for nothing. And I hate to say that to you guys because I know how you're feeling right now, like I can feel it, but you deserve more. You deserve to be nurtured. You deserve reciprocation. And if this relationship is making you feel worthless or like you're not deserving of love and support and nurturing, then you need to move on, at least for now, while all this stuff is going on. And you need to call upon your higher power and really just nurture the crap out of yourself this month because you do deserve it. Yeah, you shouldn't have to beg someone to get back to you, right? And you also shouldn't rely on someone else for external validation, right? Our self-worth needs to come from within ourselves and our recognition that we are all very powerful, beautiful beings. And just knowing that within yourself should be enough. But I understand how it is when you're in love with someone and they're not supporting you in the way you want. Another thing, Libra, is you really like, again, like, you like having a kind of mirror in your relationship, especially if you have Venus in Libra or Venus in the 7th house. You like your relationships to be mirrors of yourself. So you like people to treat you exactly how you treat them. And I feel like that's not happening here. So you need to address that. Okay? Is this supposed to be reversed, yes or no? No. Okay. The Magician. So in regards to your purpose and your higher calling, this is really powerful energy. We'll see what comes out after this. The Queen of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Wow. Wow. What is going to get you to this place of manifesting this Ten of Cups, this Queen of Wands? So this is Leo energy, right? Leo, Aries. This is some more kind of Aries energy. And then we have the Ten of Cups. This is fulfillment, happiness. What's going to get you to the space of manifesting? I'm going to hold it like this. What's going to get you to manifest fulfillment, abundance, happiness is recognizing your self-worth and your power. Think about Leo and Aries. They really don't care what anyone thinks. They know that they are powerful and they have a lot of confidence. That's that solar plexus energy. I would do some solar plexus meditations this month. Really draw upon that energy to realize your self-worth, because you're about to embark on something big, but the last tool that you need is this wand that this queen has, right? So shout out to Queen Cup. I love her readings. In her most recent collective tarot reading, she talked about how when the Magician shows up, you want to look at what comes out after, because that is the last tool needed to manifest whatever is incubating, right? So this last piece of your puzzle is Queen of Wands, her wand. This is confidence, self-confidence, willingness to move forward, independence. That's the last piece of your puzzle. If you can move through this relationship bullshit, whatever's going on with this, realize your self-worth on your own, right? You will realize your abundance, your happiness, your fulfillment. I want you to use the Queen of Wands this month as a meditation card. Okay? I want you to meditate on this energy, solar plexus, your creative, your spiritual abundance, your confidence, your self-worth, okay? That's what we need to focus on this month. And now I understand why career didn't come out at first, because it's almost like showing us visually that before the career stuff can come through, there's some unfinished business in regards to your internal world. Before we can manifest things in the physical, we have to manage our internal world. Again, the world, our internal world. We're being called right now, Libras, to address our internal world and realize our self-worth, our self-confidence, because you have a very important mission to go on. But Source can't give you that mission if you don't believe in yourself and if you don't believe you can do it. And if you're letting relationships make you feel that way, I don't like that at all. Like, I want to come over there and be like your parent and be like, what are you doing letting this person get you down? Like, how dare you? They don't mean anything. You're amazing. I want to gas you up so hard right now. Any other messages for Libra, please and thank you? Yeah, you're going places, Libra. I feel like 2021 is going to be your year. I feel like it's going to be a really powerful year for you, because again, we have 2021 here. We have a 10, 10, 1 here. Yeah, 2021, 2022. You're going to be making big moves. Big moves. Yeah, okay. So 5 of Pentacles, yeah, unfinished business, some trauma, some mind, body, spirit disorder. Something you need to address. And I feel like this might have to do with ancestral trauma, familial trauma, past life trauma. Something that you can't necessarily look back on and call upon and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. That fucked me up. This is like something really deep down that created some deep wounds within your actual soul. So this is going to take meditation to work on, because this is mind, body, spirit. This is not just emotional. This is something to do with this King of Pentacles. This relationship that's making you feel so shitty, that I'm not happy about right now. Like, I want to go smack this person and be like, why aren't you loving on this beautiful Libra? The heck is wrong with you? Sorry. I'm a Capricorn, I get a little intense. But yeah, I feel like this person, it's reminding you of someone else or something that happened to you that's a little triggering. Maybe something with your father. I hate to say it, but something with your father, some kind of trauma with your father. Like perhaps your dad was like, or a father figure, could be a grandparent, but someone was kind of in and out of your life. They weren't always the most stable, reliable person. And now you are attracting male, like similar male archetypes into your life. If you date men, you know, obviously if you date women, or if you date non-binary people, you know, you can change it for how it fits to your situation, but I'm just saying, like, this is the example I can give, is like a parent who was in and out of your life and it was very unstable and it created this kind of anxious attachment style. Okay, you guys need to go watch my Virgo new moon video I posted. I actually talk about attachment styles and what a healthy attachment style is. Please go watch that. I think it could help. But yeah, whatever this relationship with this parent or like adult figure was that was very disappointing created a kind of anxious attachment style. And so now you kind of attract, because of your subconscious beliefs and deep trauma and patterning, you attract people into your life that replay the same trauma bonding for you. And, you know, this happens so that you can see the pattern and you can deal with it. When we go through these kind of toxic cycles with people, it's not personal, because y'all are both just learning through each other, and it sucks, but like that's how we learn, is through relationships. I mean, Libra, you know better than anyone, that's your house. Like the 7th house is about relationships, and you know, that's how we learn to be people, is by you know, interacting with others. That's how we shape reality, shape identity, is through interacting with others. So this trauma, whatever this wound is directly related to a familial pattern from your childhood. It's replaying out in this relationship, and it's very triggering, and it's making you feel like shit, the same way that this parental figure did when you were a kid. And because I'm telling you this, you can dig into this and you can realize it, and you can move out of this trauma. And this is a big piece of your particular growth. And I think that once you get over this hurdle or work through this trauma and notice the pattern, anytime you see those red flags of the same situation coming up in the future, you're going to cut it and be like, no, I already went through that. I know what that trauma is. I don't need those patterns anymore. I'm up leveling, right? Yeah, this is a big month for working through trauma, finding your self-worth, because you have a mission, Libra. Any other messages for my Libras? It's really interesting. I feel like I've had the most really like deep information to relay to you guys with like the fewest cards. But you know what? It's not even about the cards. Like the cards are just imagery so that I can show you the messages, right? Yeah, the Emperor in reverse. Whoever this person is a narcissist. This is narcissistic personality disorder, or just someone who has a very toxic, avoidant attachment style. So again, watch that video so you know what I'm talking about. Avoidant people and anxious people tend to link up to work through the traumas that made them that way. So if you are this anxious person, always waiting around for them to check up on you, always waiting for communication, and you're never quite sure if they're going to get back to you, you keep looking back like, oh, are they finally following me? Are they finally going to talk to me? Meanwhile, this person keeps pushing you away more and more. But with this narcissistic aspect, whenever they want you, they get you. You know, it's like they want you when they want you, and when they don't want you, you don't exist. That is some fucking bullshit. You don't deserve that. I'm getting angry, getting heated. Also, this is Aries, right? So we're in Aries season still, and with the King of Pentacles, that's Taurus. So this is like Aries Taurus season, which is, yeah, moving through April to May. This is a big time for you guys to really learn some lessons. Yeah, learn some lessons, find your truth, deliver a message of truth to this person. Call them out on it. Be like, look, I'm realizing these things about the relationship, and I just want you to know that this is happening, and I'm not cool with it, and I'm not letting it affect me anymore. You know, it's up to you whether you break up with this person. If you really love this person and both of you are willing to learn from your mistakes and work through your traumas together, then that's fine. If not, you need to move on. Because either way, like, when we have these lessons to learn and this trauma to work through, because this could have been going on in your patterning for lifetimes, Libra. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but this kind of deep wounding, it usually replays throughout lifetime after lifetime until we finally deal with it, right? Until we finally learn the lesson, then we can move on to another lesson. But if you choose to do it with this person or another person, doesn't matter. You're going to have to learn this lesson, whether it's with this person or not. So you get to make that decision, Libra. Is this person worth moving through these lessons with, or do you want to remove yourself from this person and find someone who is willing to work through these issues? It's up to you. Anything else for Libra? Whoa, that just popped right out. Yep. All right. Here's more. This is like Libra Capricorn energy. This is a 6. Again, this is balancing out mind, body, spirit. Sharing with others, sharing your knowledge. Share what you learn about yourself. Again, with this Page of Swords. Sit in meditation and really think about these things that I'm telling you, and think about how did my relationship with my parents or relationships with parental figures, guardians, whoever, how did those relationships shape the way I interact with others in relationship now? That is what. So this month, Libra, meditate on self-worth, do a lot of self-care, but also really dig deep into these powerful questions about your past and your family and your trauma, right? I know it's difficult, but if you can work through it, I mean, look what you have coming for you. Manifesting true happiness, true fulfillment. You haven't known true love yet. Maybe you have. I shouldn't say that. But like, what I'm feeling is like, in this kind of way, you haven't kind of manifested this kind of fulfillment yet with another person. And you want a family. You want your own family. You want, like, you know, I'm seeing you with like land and a family and like a little bit of like, you know, a little house on the prairie type vibe, like where everything's like cheerful and everyone's like together and working together. Like, you want that. Like, Libra, that's your energy. You want like teamwork and partnership, and you deserve it, and you can get it. You will manifest this in this lifetime, but before you can manifest it with the right person, you need to work through this. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Libras. Again, if you want a personal reading this month, it's pay what you can, aka free, and just donate what you want to me. I'm just here to serve you this month. So hit me up. Much peace and love. See you next month.